We now know the victim is a 23-year-old woman. Her identity expected to be released by the coroner's office once her family is notified.
It was horrible.
Horrible.
It was an unfortunate situation that happened. Somebody lost their life.
And tragic. That's how Raider fans describe a fatal crash involving wide receiver and budding star Henry Ruggs III. The crash happened around 3:30 this morning off Rainbow and Spring Valley Parkway. Police say surveillance video shows Ruggs driving a Corvette at high speed, veering into a lane and hitting a Toyota from behind. This video, filmed by a witness, shows the Toyota burst into flames, trapping the driver inside.
I heard like loud noise, like car, like bomb coming this way. When it came car, suddenly they get in. I heard loud noise, like a boom. When I came down here, it was like big mess on the street, like parts all over the place, everything. So I go back to my backyard. I hear like helicopter coming, police, everything loud noise. Like I don't know. I see one guy. I don't know what car he's coming from, but he's trying to help somebody.
Despite attempts to save her, she was pronounced dead by first responders. Police say Ruggs stayed on scene and showed signs of impairment. The 22-year-old is facing 2 felonies, DUI resulting in a death and reckless driving.
You don't drink and drive. That's just being stupid.
That's why you don't drink and drive. You gotta be responsible.
I was like, man, out drinking, 3:40 in the morning. Like, dude, what are you doing?
Fans upset over the news.
I remember getting off at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning as a bartender, so I think my heart goes out to the family of the lost person. And
sending their condolences.
Raider Nation's hearts goes out to her family. I mean, I'm sure you don't want that to happen.
And recognizing 2 families will never be the same.
It seemed like it was a bad decision that he made, and it seemed like it's going to cost him.
And Ruggs will be in front of a judge tomorrow morning. His attorney sent us a statement which says, in part, they're asking people not to jump into any conclusions until all the facts of this case are known. Mothers Against Drunk Driving also sent out a statement saying they're absolutely devastated by the loss of life and will support the victim's family through this tough time.
Welcome back. For more than a year, a family plagued with one haunting question. What happened to their daughter and sister, Kamaya Bird? In summer of 2020, Kamaya was shot and killed driving on I-15.
Let's get right to breaking news. Tonight, the Raiders announced they're releasing Henry Ruggs III from the team after a crash which took the life of a 23-year-old woman. We're still waiting to hear her name. Sports director Brian Salmon here in studio with the latest developments.
Yes, Marie, it's been a whirlwind of a day for the Raiders organization surrounding the fatal car crash involving 22-year-old Henry Ruggs III and his 22-year-old passenger, Kiera Janae Kilgo Washington. And after doing their due diligence, the Raiders have released Henry Ruggs III, so he is no longer a part of the Raiders organization. And somewhat of a surprise considering the team's release earlier this afternoon, in which the Raiders confirmed knowledge of the incident began with the process of fact-finding and stated that they would not have further comment at that time. Clearly, whatever facts they found was enough for them to release Ruggs from the team. Now, a tragic situation off the field when things were going so well for Ruggs on the field. Henry Ruggs, who's a second-year player and the first ever draft pick by the Las Vegas Raiders, ranked second in the NFL in yards per catch, averaging 19.5 yards per catch. Ruggs had 2 touchdowns through 7 games after having just 2 total touchdowns in all of his rookie campaign. But that's all moot now and meaningless because the NFL also, they sent out their condolences, releasing a statement saying, quote, "Our hearts go out to the family and friends of the victim of this horrific tragedy. We will continue to gather facts and monitor the matter under our policies, but our thoughts at this time are with those impacted by this devastating incident."
Devastating, no doubt. So, Brian, what does this mean?
Rest in peace to the young lady who lost her life, Henry Ruggs III. That's a damn shame what happened. I wonder if they're going to charge him for the crime of the dog dying. Because Las Vegas ain't to be messed with. So that's the update on Henry Ruggs III. Y'all make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Money Little Channel, we out.